Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be doing a new type of video. So today we are going to try to produce a house song in 30 minutes. And so I've got a timer set on my phone right now for 30 minutes, as you guys can see right there. And basically I have a fresh session opened up in Logic Pro right now, and I'm going to be trying to create the entire song in 30 minutes. Now, it's going to be just the production. We won't be doing any mixing or mastering. So I'm giving myself 30 minutes to create the full production and the full composition of the song. And my goal with this is to hopefully not only learn, but also just get better and better with the tool sets and start learning to find shortcuts to help me save time. And so the end goal would be basically just to become a better producer overall. And so as you guys can see, it's a completely empty Logic Pro project right now. All I've really done is just set the tempo for the project, and I've not touched anything else. It's like completely blank. You can look at the mixer section if you wanted to. As you can see, completely blank. And so yeah, so right now all I'm gonna do is quickly set the timer for 30 minutes, and once I press start, the time will begin. And as you guys can see right there, that says 30 minutes. And now I'm gonna press start and our time begins. So let's get started. So basically the first thing I want to do is actually load a sample in that I've found that I would really like to use in this project. And so I just downloaded this using Spotify, and all I really want is the first portion.
This is the rhythm of the night, oh yeah, the rhythm of the night.
So we don't want any of the other stuff here. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up scissor tool, and yeah, just cut it, delete the rest of that, and bring back the marquee tool, and let's take a listen.
This is the rhythm of the night.
And that's all I really need. What else I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quickly get the stem so that we can get rid of some of that background synths and stuff you can hear. And so we're gonna open up stem splitter, and basically all I want is the vocal right now. We can create a separate submix just if I want to hear it as a reference track, but I just really want that vocal. So now that we have the vocal, what I'm gonna do is just duplicate it. Oh, I don't want to duplicate both. I just want to duplicate the vocal over, and I'm gonna mute this and mute that. And I just want to hear
This is the rhythm of the night, oh yeah.
Cool. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna bring it over here, and we're gonna put it into a quick sampler. And so now that I have the quick sampler here, we're gonna slice it up. We'll see. Well, we have the whole thing right here, the whole song, but basically, I'm gonna put in the MIDI notes so that it would work here. But for right now, we also want to create the house beat. So now that we have the vocal set, let's put in the house beat. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna create a new software instrument track, and I'm gonna actually start clearing some stuff out. So I'm gonna rename this to vocal sample, and this is the vocal sample in the sampler. Over here we want our drums, and so what I'm gonna do is just put on the 909s, because everyone knows the 909s and they're pretty famous drums overall. So I'm going to pull up the Roland TR 909s. Just say that these are the house drums. House drums 909. I'm going to create a MIDI region here. And basically I'll just extend it out. And honestly, I'm going to get rid of the other tracks because I really just want the vocal for right now. We will keep this here. I'm just going to close it up so it's not as cluttered on the screen. So we have our vocal and then we have our house drums, and now I'm just going to lay in the notes. So what do we have?
This is the rhythm.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I can't hear the drums right now. They just are like, yeah, not working. So maybe if I try like a different pair of drums. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna lay in the kick. That, and then we want like I'm gonna solo this. I just want to hear it. Oh, too fast. So what we actually want to do then is give the rest of the track some breathing space. Let's see if this maybe is better. Okay, so let's see. Okay, that's a little bit too slow. So I think what we need is just no space in between the notes. And we just keep them at like 2 bars. Yep, that sounds good to me. So just laying out a basic drum pattern. Oh, yeah. We'll move the kick over. So we'll restart a drum pattern. And actually, I can just duplicate over the drums. Oh, sorry about that, guys. The lamps just turned off by themselves. I'll turn them back on. There we go. Sorry about that. So we have 23 minutes left on the clock right now, and what we're gonna do is just click option and then just duplicate over the drum pattern a little bit. So now we have like our little house drum. And yeah, I'll just duplicate it once more so it ends on the 3rd beat. We'll shorten this down so it ends right on the beat, and then we can just duplicate this over. So what I want right now is just to get the vocal. So let's take a listen to the vocal with the house beat.
This is the rhythm of the night.
Sounds pretty good.
This is the rhythm of the night. Oh yeah, the rhythm of the night. This is the rhythm of my life.
And what we're gonna also need now is another software instrument. we want like something that has a sort of like a deep bumping bass, and we can use like an 808 for that, but I think it would be better if we tried like something else. But I'm gonna go through the 808s first and we'll see what kind of 808s they have, if I like how any of them sound. Alright, I have to turn off the solo. It's pretty cool, but not what I'm looking for exactly. Alright, so let's see how this would sound like, honestly.
This is the rhythm of the night.
So what I'm gonna do is just I'm gonna loop the.
This is the rhythm of the night. 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 This is the rhythm.
Cool. I like the bass, honestly. It sounds pretty good. It's a very deep. And so what we're gonna do is just copy over the drums, and then we'll create a MIDI region right here, and I'm just gonna keep it the same length as the drums. We'll do this, and then let's see. Let's hear how the drums sound like. Not what I'm looking for really, but let's see if this is what I'm looking for. I think this would be better. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for from the bass. And what I'm gonna do is just copy the beat over. So here's what the bass line would sound like. I think that sounds pretty good. Now we're not gonna worry about the like volumes for right now. The volumes are gonna be pretty loud, but like the goal is to basically get this track produced, and we have 18 minutes left on the clock. And so now that I have a bass and that, what I really want is some like a pad or like some instrumental to go along with the vocals to build it up. So let's see. Let's try maybe a vintage synth. Since this is a more of a vintage vocal, we can try more vintage synth. And I'm just gonna go quickly to the pad sections, see what we've got to work with. And I'm actually have a little piano keyboard over there, and so I'm gonna like quickly listen to some of them and see. I really like the swell, actually. The swell is more of what I'm looking for because it has sort of that build up. If you guys don't know what a swell is, basically it's what it sounds like. It swells, so it creates a build up towards the end of the track. And so I want to hear like,
This is the rhythm of the night.
okay, so I'm gonna find some chords to go along with the track. So maybe I'm gonna reference the original track. I'm just gonna quickly search up the chords. Let's see. So it's a F and then A minor. So let's try that. When we pull up the track, and I also forgot that I need to plug in the keyboard. So I'm just gonna quickly play the track. And yeah, don't use it. So audio device, and we'll see. So I'm gonna play the track.
This is the rhythm of the night. The night. Oh yeah. The rhythm.
Okay. That sounds pretty good to me. And so I'm just gonna lay in the chords really quick then. So we have an F, and then we have else.
The night.
Maybe move it down by one. And then I just want to solo the pads really quick. And then I want to lay in an A minor chord, which is just going to be A, C, and E. So it's like this and then this. So let's hear this. Honestly, I'd rather have a C, honestly, than I feel like a C would sound better. So let's see. That is not a C, so I see my mistake. So maybe the A minor would sound correct. So let's see. Sounds pretty good. Let me put it with the vocals and see how it sounds like. Well, actually, before I even put it with the vocal,
This is the rhythm of the night. This is the rhythm of the night.
so right here is where we want to start, like, the chords. Let's see.
This is the rhythm of the night.
Right here, actually.
This is the rhythm of the night. The night.
And we want the chords to be a bit longer too. How much time do we have left? 12 minutes. Okay, we're gonna have to rush through this and get this
Rhythm of the night. The night.
Okay, yeah. So what now and then
This is the rhythm of the night. The night. Oh yeah.
tap into the chorus.
The night, oh yeah.
And then a G. And that's all I want, is just this section. So I think I'm gonna like get rid of the rest of the vocal. And since I want to rush, we'll just do this. And have it start right here. And then for the drums, actually, I want to layer in one more thing. Why can't I see what the drums say? I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. And what I want to do is basically just layer in a little hi-hat that goes throughout the entire track. Alright, let's see. So I want to see what the drums sound like now. Maybe if we get rid of like every second note. As you guys can see, like, I don't know many Logic shortcuts yet, so. But, and the problem is should maybe start like this. That sounds better, honestly, just being offset by a beat. So let's quickly 9 minutes left. Oof.
This is the rhythm of the night. Oh yeah. This is the.
Okay, we want this to last a little bit longer. Just like till there. And then we want this to be there. They'll bring in. Actually, I want to duplicate this. And so. What I'll do is just create a second house track. And the reason I'm duplicating this is because I want to create a version of the drums that aren't, you know, that have a low pass filter. But actually I could even automate that. So let's see here what
this is the rhythm of the night. Oh yeah. This is the rhythm of the night.
here. That's where we want to start.
This is the rhythm of the night. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna need a G chord, so G would be G is okay. I got it. So G would be here in this case a let's see. So we're a little bit off. Okay, so let's see what this sounds like.
This is the rhythm of the night. Oh yeah.
Okay, and then we want to introduce one thing at a time. So what I'm going to do is introduce the bass first.
Of the night. This is the rhythm of the night. The night. Oh yeah. This is the rhythm of the night. The night. Oh yeah. This is the rhythm of the night. The night. Oh yeah.
I don't like the way the chord sounds.
The night. The night. Oh yeah. This is the rhythm of the night. The night. Oh yeah. This is the rhythm of the night.
Sorry guys, I'm just like rushing to finish this track right now, which is why I'm not saying much, but basically now what I'm trying to do is just like layer in the different parts of the track for the last 5 minutes that we have left.
This is the rhythm of the night. The night. Oh yeah. This is the rhythm of the night. The night.
I just don't think the track starts a little bit too early, in my opinion.
This is the rhythm of the. This is the rhythm of the night. The night. Oh yeah. This is the rhythm of the night. This is the rhythm of the night. The night. Oh yeah. This is the rhythm of the. The night. Oh yeah. This is the rhythm of the night.
Okay, so I want to bring this over here, move this out of the way for right now, and then we'll see.
Night. The night. Oh yeah.
We'll just keep extending the bass because
The night. Oh yeah.
and then maybe we just bring it back here. Let's see.
The night. Oh yeah. This is the rhythm of the night.
Yeah, that's perfect. Here we can introduce the drums in and the bass, obviously. We'll bring back the swell.
The night. The night. Oh yeah. This is the rhythm of the night. The night. Oh yeah.
And we just want this to keep going as well. There's no stopping. Distance here. We'll introduce a much faster track pace and just copy over the bass really quick.
This This is the rhythm of the night. This is the rhythm of the night. The night. Oh yeah. This is the rhythm of the night. The night. Oh yeah. This is the rhythm of the night. The night. Oh yeah. This is the rhythm of the night. The night. Oh yeah. This is the rhythm of the night. The night.
And then just basically, I'm not a big fan of the chords, honestly. But they'll have to do for right now, because I really don't have anything else.
This is the rhythm of the night. The night. Oh yeah. This is the rhythm of the night. The night. Oh yeah. This is the rhythm of the night. The night. Oh yeah. This is the rhythm of the night. The night. Oh yeah.
We have 12 seconds left, and so I think that's all I'm going to be able to get done with this track. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to let the timer run out. And there you go. You can hear it. There you go. Okay. So let's take a listen to what we were able to do in 30 minutes. And I'm gonna play the track from the beginning, and we'll see.
This is the rhythm of the night. The night. Oh yeah. This is the rhythm of the night. The night. Oh yeah. This is the rhythm of the night. The night. Oh yeah. This is the rhythm of the night. The night. Oh yeah. This is the rhythm of the night. The night. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that was what we were able to produce. And honestly, I think that we did okay. I'm not really necessarily happy about some things in the track. I think the bass and the drums are great. The sample is timed great. I'm not a big fan of the chords, though I do like the swell that we're using. If we used different chords, I feel like it would have sounded better. And also that we weren't able to fully finish the track. We were only able to finish the build up. But basically, you know, again, this is a learning experience for me more than anything. And so, yeah, honestly, now that I've known my shortcomings, I think the one thing I really want to learn is to be faster and learn more shortcuts, as many shortcuts as I possibly can. And I especially want to learn how to create shortcuts very quickly for like the different software instruments, as you can see, or an audio track or session players, whatever, and basically be able to do that. And then, yeah, so in the next video, which will hopefully come out soon, we're gonna work on finishing up the track, and we will then work on mixing and then mastering, and then I will be releasing my first song ever, and I'm actually really excited about it. And you know, please be sure to leave your feedback down in the comments, especially if you're very familiar with the Logic Pro interface and how the DAW works. If you have any sort of even musical suggestions on how to improve the actual track itself, because there are some things I would like to improve, but also hearing your feedback to help me become a better producer in turn would be great to know. And so yeah, without further ado, I think I'm going to end this video here, and I really do hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please subscribe. So thank you.